Hello and welcome to the Kopala TV main news. We get straight into the headlines. Kalulushi water blues persist. Mufulira Municipal Council approves 56 Million Kwacha Budget. Copper Belt youths cry for slug dump sites. And in foreign news, 76 people killed in Somalia bomb blast. Join us after this. To present the Kopala TV main news, my name is Wabwila Musongole. President Edgar Lungu has fired Information and Broadcasting Permanent Secretary Chanda Kasolo. State House spokesperson Isaac Chipampe has confirmed the dismissal of Mr. Kasolo in a press statement to Kopala TV News. President Lungu has thanked Mr. Kasolo for the services he has rendered to the government of the Republic of Zambia and has wished him well in his future endeavors. Last week, Chanda Kasolo was quoted by Diamond TV saying the salary reduction announced by President Lungu, ranging from 15 to 20%, is not mandatory. He said the measure was a voluntary scheme which can be joined by his appointees and other Zambians. On Friday, 27 December 2019, State House announced that the salary reduction directive from President Lungu is meant to cushion the effects of the increased fuel and electricity tariffs. In a related development, the leader of the National Democratic Congress, NDC, Chishimba Kambwili, says the decision by President Lungu to cut the salaries of senior government officials is against the law. The NDC leader said this in a media briefing in Luansha.
Everybody reduces. President is not going to suffer. The ministers are not going to suffer as a result of that decision. The people are going to suffer, the other civil servants. You cannot reduce conditions of service without the consent of the concerned employee. It is the law, and I can quote the law. Now, the president is making those mistakes because the preoccupation of those in government today is to make rhetoric statements that are going to appease the people. And this is what I'm saying. When you concentrate on political appeasement, you make so many mistakes on the way. In terms of Section 55, 1C of the Employment Code of Act number 3, of 2019, an employer is considered to have terminated the contract of employment of an employee by reason of redundancy if the termination is wholly or part due to an adverse alteration of the employee's condition of service without the employee's consent.
Kopala TV News will soon after the main news air the edited version of the NDC press briefing held in Luansha. Viewers should also take note that the station will also air the UPND Nkana constituency political gathering held on Sunday. UPND President Hakainde Hichilema says it is sad that some of his supporters are still incarcerated on flimsy grounds. Mr. Hichilema has told a media briefing that in the year 2019, the PF regime abused human rights with impunity. Lovely Kayombo has details in the following report.
UPND leader Hakainde Hichilema says it is sad that some of his supporters are still incarcerated on flimsy charges. Speaking at a media briefing in Osaka, Mr. Hichilema said in 2019, the PF regime abused human rights with impunity. He said there's need to restore law and order and human rights in the country. Mr. Hichilema said during time in prison, he shared the cell with inmates who have been in prison for over 10 years without appearing in court. He said once he forms government, he will immediately address these issues of bad conditions in prisons.
Remain in police custody today for crimes they did not commit. Even when they can be given police bond, that is denied of, and they remain in filthy police cells, those death traps. Some of them are in police cells or prison cells because a crime that has been ascribed to them, which they did not commit, although it's bailable.
And Mr. Echirema saluted Zambians for opposing the enactment of the Amendment Bill number 10 of 2019. He said the bill was drafted without wide consultation.
Process worked on, if you like, lack of consultation. And that's why all of us, well-meaning Zambians, did well to oppose it.
Reporting in Lusaka, I'm Lovely Kayombo.
PF National Mobilization Committee Chairman Richard Musukwa has called for discipline across all party structures in the ruling party. Mr. Musukwa said this in Lusaka when he unveiled the provincial mobilization team. Details are in the following report.
PF National Mobilization Committee Chairman Richard Musukwa has called for discipline across all party structures in the ruling party. Speaking when he unveiled the Lusaka Province Mobilization Committee, Honorable Musukwa said it is sad that some party officials are frustrating other party members, especially he said may lead to the downfall of the party. And Honorable Musukwa said party officials in the structures should not feel intimidated by the mobilization committees because they were sanctioned by President Edgar Lungu to complement their efforts.
If PF has to win the next election, we need to ensure that we mobilize our party from the structured section, ward, branches, constituents, district, province, and the national. Grassroots.
And PF National Deputy Mobilization Chairman Geoffrey Waramwamba said the committee will ensure that President Lungu retains power in 2021. He said in its current form, the opposition have no capacity to unseat the PF. He said the PF will employ new strategies that will ensure President Lungu wins with a big margin in 2021.
President Edgar Lungu was tried. If it was another president, we would have been in a crisis now. What were they going to do? There was no ready. And yet they have no experience. Kalulushi State House, via Pitilila. In 2015, to attempt to additional more position, to attend to Mutituana. Our Nagadogia Pitilila, Mweva Nandi, Mweva Twaile Nukuma PF, Twayamu PND.
Reporting in Lusaka, I'm Lovely Kayombo.
Residents of South Kalengwa in Kalulushi have not had any running water in their homes for over 5 years now. The residents are now using dug-up wells to fetch the commodity. Blessings Malama has details in the following report.
It is a newly opened up area that is slowly developing and expanding. This is Kalengwa South on the peripherals of Kalulushi district on the Copper Belt. The council opened up this area 10 years ago as part of efforts by the municipality to meet the land demands of the residents. Part of the reasons of opening up this area was to decongest Kalulushi Boma by spreading development across the small mining town. However, the opening up of Kalengwa South has come with its own development challenges. The area is lacking in terms of development as roads and other basic social amenities such as clean water supply are lacking here. The majority of residents here draw their water from dug-up shallow wells.
Pakuyatapa munesa tapa ni 14 hours. Nishikunga ndo tubana turerira. Abena miesu bale pokuya kunchito bale pila rukulaya kunchito bale anefiko. Ameshikuno kumaga mnatuchula.
As parts of efforts to mitigate the water blues, the area member of parliament for Kalulushi has sunk a borehole here.
Kuluandi hala tualichula kuno kuntu. Tualichula mulandi na meishi. Kanshi fitukwete fe boimo ei ya kutantamina kanshi ngata ubukile 04 nishita watape kano washibuka 04 elo watanta mamulaini elo wakwatako amaka ya kutapa amenshi kuti temwako buteko watu afuirishako imisebo itatu
amenshi babika mboho imisebo itatu babika moboho nishi kuti chatwangukirako twatampokula pako amenshi pantu ifishima fyali kama fyonse ero kabiri ifishima fyakaena limolimo mulaponera n'abaana n'abalabirwa banyina kunchito kulya mwanfafa chimwana wakwachita naponera mukishima n'okufa nafa pakutiba mwabuli so fyonse fyo machusho eka nga mwatulanguluka kwefyo ba government ndemuna chala twangukirako.
Kalengwa residents want Nkana Water and Sewerage Company to consider taking piped water to this area. Blessings Malama, Kopala TV News in South Kalengwa, Kalulushi District.
The Mufulira Municipal Council has approved a 56 million Kwacha budget for the year 2020. Details are in the following report.
The development challenges in the border town of Mufulira on the Copper Belt are many and varying. No wonder the council here is working flat out to ensure that it explores and finds new ways and means to roll out development to all parts of the district. Both council management and civic leaders have been holding tireless meetings to chart the way forward to make Mufulira a better town. The council has held a special council meeting where it has approved a 56 million Kwacha budget.
The medium-term budget for the 2020 stand at 56,084,184 Kwacha. Your Worship, property rates will remain the major source of council revenue and accounts about 66% of total income. Currently, the appointed valuation surveyor is on the ground updating the values of various properties in our district. Council will spend on the following: roads and drainage 1,751,377 Kwacha, installation of street lights 1,103,070 Kwacha, public health equipment 1,200,000 Kwacha, provision of fire services 361,170 Kwacha, maintenance of heavy duty equipment vehicles 746,100, solid waste management 834,116 Kwacha, cleaning sanitary facilities 65,086 Kwacha, maintenance of parks and gardens 118,055 Kwacha, creation of maintenance of cemeteries 100,000 Kwacha, maintenance of markets 21,830 Kwacha, provision of library services 93,131 Kwacha, burial of destitutes 41,840 Kwacha, women programs on poverty reduction 18,115 Kwacha, sports activities, which is Blackpool Football Club, will spend 803,045 Kwacha. Drugs and vaccines for Buteko Clinic will spend 32,720 Kwacha. Community school requisites will spend 49,032 Kwacha. Division 4 wages will spend 7,807,428 Kwacha.
Mufulira Mayor Gift Mushinge says the 56 million Kwacha budget that has been approved by the council is tenable. Mr. Mushinge adds that the council will have to open up other revenue resources to support the 2020 budget.
We are part of the budget, and from my office and the councillors, we should see to it that we support and make sure that we open up more revenue resources so that we can have the so much needed resources to run the councils. As you are aware, government is slowly in process of selecting a few councils that should be funding by themselves.
Charles Banda is PF Mulungushi Ward Councillor.
The central government's directive that the threshold for each and every year's budget at least should have about 40% towards service provision. And as Mufulira Municipal Council, our focus is to make sure that we spend about 41.7% from our locally generated resources. And for Mufulira Municipal Council, our budget for 2020 is projected about 56.7 million Kwacha.
40% of the 2020 Mufulira Municipal Council budget will be locally generated. Blessings Malama, Kopala TV News in Mufulira.
In case you have just tuned in, you are watching the Kopala TV main news. Join us after this.
Kopala TV, Kopala ya buena mumwesu Kopala.
My number. Ishusho limentindeaza yama oji orushani. Kopala TV.
Yama oji. Imuntu wandi Yesu. Fwebene by fwebene. Fwebene. Naidede kalasti. Iyako Kopala futi yaba Kopala.
Manje kuikatashani yoina. Naena ya kuntambo oro ni jiviji.
Wala iwe. Ile sango patop stadi koda. Channel 98 paku. Ninshi yatuvela. Puta mensa ninshi yalila ni efidimbwi. Kule izimoli la femunjazi.
So yuri landati Kopala TV tayawanga yama boiling channel wako watu wachila tamba fe wino. Kwangwa filamba fyambo kupona. Uruwa mfotoro. Bantu ifuma channel fingi fyamo pura fi.
Alula iwe. Kopala TV ni Kopala futi eile kuchalo. No ushali mokuba molasti. Elo ile sansa Kopala yonse my number. Ukwambila pepe my number pandula lwansha. Kito paketi ke Mufulira mufuken. Chingola pa chingo begi na chidila iwe. Ni Kopala TV eiliko.
Muntu wanja pakushongora pfeka top star wetata nde tambera pofi Kopala TV pachani 98 pakude konkana ne charo bamba to bamba ni pate after pate wo pate after pate wo Kopala TV OG yeah.
Kopala TV, available on Topstar Channel 98. Kopala TV, entertainment just for you.
Looking for an opportunity to grow your business? Well, Kopala TV has good news for all small-scale businesses. You can now advertise on Kopala TV's Makwebo. Bonseba na mayo na bashtata. Iseni mulangishe amakwebo yenu pamutengo uachepa nga 100 kwacha. Yes, you heard right. For as low as 100 kwacha, your business will get its peak. Whatever the business, we will advertise. All you need to do is send a text of what your business offers, indicating the name, location, and contact details to the number below. Payment for the advertising spot can be made through MTN mobile money on the number down below. Makwebo, make your business known.
One Zambia, one nation.
Zambia chalo chesu. Stop political violence.
I am Zambian. I am against political violence.
I am Zambian, and I say disarm all cadres now.
It's not one Zambia if we kill each other. Stop the violence.
It's not good killing one another as Zambians. Stop the violence.
Let's keep the peace in our streets. Let's work to stay one Zambia.
It's not one Zambia if we kill each other. Stop the violence.
Ndimuina Zambia. Lekeni ukulwa pamulandu ama politics.
Welcome back. The Emerald Watch Association of Zambia has urged government to consider handing over copper slug dump sites spread across the copper belt to youths. Association President Musa Kafwimba said this in Kitwe during a media interaction come-together party with copper belt-based journalists.
So if you give one license where there is too much potential, then we are locked up. If you subdivide the potential area in multiple competitors, the benefits are multiple. That's the way of understanding that you need to subdivide that area into multiple dealerships.
Taxi drivers in Kitwe are not happy with the decision taken by the Energy Regulations Board to increase the pump price of fuel. Monica Baidu has details in the following report.
Price increments are always received with mixed feelings, more so if it is an upward hike on essential commodities like fuel and electricity. With the poor performance of the kwacha against other convertible currencies, the increments were inevitable. The Energy Regulation Board ERB's double increment on electricity tariffs and fuel pump prices was received as an unwelcome festive gift. Effective midnight of 27th December 2019, a litre of petrol is now fetching 17 kwacha 62 ngwe from 15 kwacha 98 ngwe, while a litre of diesel is at 15 kwacha 59 ngwe from 14 kwacha 23 ngwe. Taxi drivers Kopala TV has spoken to have expressed displeasure with the upward hike of fuel pump prices.
It's not easy kumweka customer kumulonjo mtengo wa pena akumfwa. So sanga peni ringirine ile fini na kulifwe. Fuel walunda turunda mtengo customer la kukanina. But never what tukwanisha okuchitefire fwa ikala iki ama expense ya life ya cost of living. Ebuchile tushupa.
The taxi drivers said they had no choice but to increase transport fares because they also had to make ends meet.
So ibarunde na mitengo sana kwa turerunda. Uri ngana ifika before kilomfa impact ya fuel. Kai fuel na iya sana. But thank you is why and cha first place arunda mu January. Number arunda again twice mu same month mu December yakaye. So na peta ba affected. Na peta tukataba ka school. Na promote sungira abana besu. So manga taturundire. Nishina pesa pari kwa today. Kai fuel will be expensive. Ama spares and fuel is expensive.
An increase in fuel pump prices usually leads to an increase in the cost of goods and services, and consequently, the cost of living. Monica Baidu, Kopala TV News, in Kitwe.
Meanwhile, taxi and bus operators in Kitwe will on Tuesday hold a meeting to discuss the possibility of increasing fares following the recently announced fuel hike by the ERB.
Twalarorera antigu tukekale meeting. Then ever tuchitala ngupakulunda. Tularorera because the government barunde mikuibiri. Barachitanda barunde ya number 1. Tularorere ya number 2. Panda mwoti tuwarunda. Kwa chifine tule mfwa chifi barunda. Na muna mjanuari na kai bakesa arunda. So kutituwa isa titikisha abantu besu kukonka na economy efyo ile butuka pa Zambia. Tairi stable. So nda tuwaiba ti turunde tukesafiru okurunda aidha namwe tukatitikisha abantu nangurangu tukafyenga fwebene tukaifyenga fwebene fweba amabasi. So kula abavest tuarorera government in the aronde mikuibiri ero turunda. So if mairo so tureima tukayakwata meeting na abanesu shishibe nda tukakwatira kuno Kitwe ndani kundora ndani kuruwansha until tukafume mone chintu chinga chimo.
In foreign news, at least 76 people have been killed by a vehicle bomb detonated during morning rush hour in Somalia's capital. According to the BBC, the blast took place at a checkpoint at a busy intersection in Mogadishu. More than 90 people were also injured. No group has yet claimed responsibility for the bomb, but Al-Shabaab militants have often carried out attacks in that country. President Mohamed Abdullahi said the aim was to demoralize the Somali people, but the jihadists will never stop the country rebuilding. To end the Kopala TV main news, we look at the main stories once again. Kalulushi water blues persist. Mufulira Municipal Council approves 56 Million Kwacha Budget. Copperbelt youths cry for slug dump sites. And in foreign news, 76 people killed in Somalia bomb blast. Thank you for watching the Kopala TV main news. My name is Wawila Musongole. God bless and happy festive season.